How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we gotta talk about Kanye West and that viral video from SNL. Well, it wasn't quite from SNL. He was there, but the video that many of you have seen or that you want to see was not captured all on SNL. You know how at the end on SNL, they'll come out on stage and then they'll give their parting remarks. They'll say thank you and give their handshakes and hugs, all this, that, and the third. Well, Kanye decided to go on there and give a Make America Great Again speech of sorts, but he was not able to get his full speech out there. Now, what I'm gonna do right now is play what you did not see if you saw it last night in this video now. I probably can't play what you may have seen before that because that belongs to SNL, but this clip that I'm going to show you came from people's personal cell phones, so it's not quite the same. But whatever the case may be, I'll place everything I have in the description box below. And what we're going to do right now is go ahead and roll the clip. After we get done with that, I'll talk about that clip, and then I'll talk about my feelings about Kanye West in general. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Try love, try love, try love. You see, they laughing at me. You heard them, they scream at me. They bully me. They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. They bullied me. And then they say, I'm in a sunken place. You want to see the sunken place? Okay, I'm going to listen to y'all now. Or I'm going to put my Superman cape on. Because this means you can't tell me what to do. Follow your heart and stop following your mind. That's how we're controlled. That's how we're programmed. If you want the world to move forward, try love. Thank y'all for giving me this platform. I know some of y'all don't agree, but y'all be going at that man neck a lot, and I don't think it's actually that helpful. I think the universe has balance. 90% of news are liberal. 90% of TV, LA, New York, writers, rappers, musicians. So it's easy to make it seem like it's so one-sided. And I felt kind of free. I thought this country said I could be me. I love me too. And I love y'all too, so bring the band back. I wanna cry right now. Black man in America, supposed to keep what you feel inside right now. And the liberals, blacks want always Democrats. You know, it's like a plan they did to take the fathers out of the home and promote welfare. Does anybody know about that? That's a Democratic plan. And so many times I talk to like a white person about this and they say, how could you like Trump? He's racist. Well, if I was concerned about racism, I would have moved out of America a long time ago. We don't just make out a silver. And that is why we're here. And when I said I'm running 2020, all my smart friends, now you got a situation where we need to have a dialogue and not a diatribe. Because if you want something to change, it's not going to.
Okay, so you see what's going on there, you see what's happening. Now, before I even continue, you may be wondering, ABL, what's behind you? What's up with that decoration behind you? Well, this is the red wave. This is the red wave for the midterms, if you ain't know, because I know that we're gonna take House, Senate, we're gonna take all that. You know, we're gonna keep what we have. It ain't gonna be this blue wave. So this is the red wave to counteract what the mainstream media is telling you, but let's move on. Now, to Kanye West, I salute you, man. Hey, you were brave to go out there. You said that they bullied you. They told you, don't go out there wearing that hat. You can't do that. Stay in your place, black man. But I'm glad you were able to go out there, speak your piece, say what you had to say. That's what we need more of in America. We need more free people, more independent thinkers that can go and just think what they want. Now, don't get it twisted. Just because I appreciate Kanye, just because I like Kanye, his music, the way he is, and this whole thing, I don't agree with him on everything. He was on Instagram talking about abolish 13th Amendment. I can't really ride with you on that, Kanye. And as far as 2020 is concerned, that might not be the best move. For nothing else other than I got to vote for Trump again. If Trump is running, I'm voting for Trump. Maybe you could find yourself in the White House some kind of way. I really appreciate that. The same kind of way that other people I respected in 2016 that were not able to get into the presidency, I would like for them to come into the White House some kind of way, just like Ben Carson and whoever else. Lindsey Graham. Actually, Lindsey Graham I didn't even like during the 2016 campaign cycle, but I just saw him give a heartfelt and really aggressive speech during the whole Brett Kavanaugh situation. So he gained my respect during that. So if you can be of service to the country, I say go for it. But a 2020 presidential run, I don't know. I got to vote for my man Trump. I like Kanye, but that's pretty much all I disagree with Kanye, or I don't see quite one-to-one, eye-to-eye with them on. Everything else is right on point, talking about the Democratic Party separating the family. That's a big thing throughout all of Jim Crow and all the laws that were against us. Nothing really did the damage that the Democratic Party and us aligning ourselves to them and then the ensuing welfare state did to us. Okay, that was the biggest thing. Now, some would say, are you just blaming it on liberals? Well, the thing is, the black community, we took that on. It was us doing it to each other. It wasn't really the outside forces. It was us taking the bait from the outside, bringing it inside, and then making a mess of the community. In 1960, we had about a 80% two-parent household rate, two-parent married. Now we have about a 73% single-parent household rate, okay? About that many kids, about that percentage of kids are born to parents that are not in wedlock, to a single mother. And that's why we have so many problems that exist today. So I think once we get rid of the welfare state, or once we try to chip away at it at least, to say we're going to get rid of it might be kind of a little bit overly ambitious. But if we could put a dent in it, I think that'd be a great step forward for the country. And I hope that Kanye will be able to be instrumental in that process. So shout out to Kanye West. You got my respect, boss. Wear that MAGA hat with pride. It is a Superman cape. Nobody can tell you what to do. And I hope that more people, if nothing else, if you don't vote for him in 2020, if he runs, if you don't believe in everything he says, even if you don't like that man's music, one thing you took away from this, hopefully it is the ability to be your own person, to be free, to not be constrained by society telling you, you got to think this way, you got to act that way, you got to believe this way, right? As long as you ain't hurting nobody, you know, you ain't out there putting the suicide vest on, I say rock with it and just be a person that's free and productive in society. So what do you think? Do you think that Kanye West gave a good speech during the SNL segment that was on air? How about afterwards? Do you think that the producers were shaking in their boots? They didn't want it. They were saved by the bell because, like I said, there's only a certain amount of time you have to speak after the show is over or when it's coming to a close, because that time is like 45 seconds, a minute, if that. All you have time for is to say goodbye, shake hands, kiss babies, all that kind of good stuff after the show. You don't have much time to really get too in depth. But I don't have anything else. Thank you, Kanye, for being brave, for being who you are. Hopefully more people follow in your footsteps of being a brave person, independent, and not being so much concerned with the outside and not being affected by these adult bullies that try to tell you how to think, how to live, and how to be. But that's pretty much all I got. So whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I gotta say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.